Hello, everybody. I'm back with part two of the point of view. Again, shout out to the Point Place family. Shout out to Bobby Reezy. Shout out to M Breezy, Naya, my sister. I love all y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me again on the point of view. This is part two of the point of view podcast. And this one here is going to be about my favorite top 10 slam dunk winners in the NBA. Even though right now the slam dunk contest is kind of crazy and it's kind of not very entertaining, but we still go back to the times when it was. Shout out to Mac McClung for winning it 2 years in a row. I do believe that a couple of the NBA All Stars needs to get back into the dunk contest. But let me just give a couple of honorable mentions. Cedric Sabala's blindfold dunk was great, as well as D. Brown's blindfold dunk was great. Larry Nance's dunk was great. J.R. Ryder, who showed off the East Bay Funk, that was great, man. But Harold Miner's dunk was okay. They called him Baby Jordan. Brent Berry's dunk was also a great dunk. But I've only got 10 favorite ones, man. These are my favorite 10. Starting off number 10, Desmond Mason. Desmond Mason had one of the greatest dunks I've ever seen. You know how he stretched out and got that thing, man. But this is going to be real short. I'm just going to go run through it. I'm not going to be on here too long because I got another engagement. But I promised that I was going to come back and do it. Desmond Mason, number 10, when he won it in 2001. Kobe Bryant's dunks were great back in 1997 when he got into it. They were just some plain dunks, but they were some great dunks. And Kobe Bryant got into the dunk contest, even though, at the time he was just starting to start off his career. But shout out to Kobe. Number 8, Kenny Skywalker, New York Knicks, 1989, if I'm not mistaken, when he won. Oh man, he was a Skywalker, man. The dunks that he did were great. And if you all want to look at these dunks, they're all on YouTube, so you can just check them out as I go over them. Number 7, the only 3-time winner, and Spud Webb is also an honorable mention as well, the 1986 Slam Dunk Contest winner. 1985, 86, yeah, something like that, if I can't remember. I think it was 86 when Spud Webb won. But number 7 is the only 3-time slam dunk champion, and that is Nate Robinson, man. Nate Robinson was like 5'10", 5'8", something like that, going out there doing this thing, man. And, one year he won by beating, Shaq. I mean, not Shaq, excuse me, but beating Dwight Howard when he dunked over Dwight Howard to win the slam dunk contest, man. And, more power to little Nate Robinson. They said he was sick or something, but I'm hoping that, God help him through his illness, man, that he can, live his life, man. But in the NBA, he was one of the greatest dunkers as a little man, one of the greatest dunkers of all. Also, honorable mention goes to Josh Smith when he won back in '05, Give him credit as well. Also, Blake Griffin when he won back in 2011 or 2020, if I'm not, 2011, 20. Also, John Wall, he also won one year. Shout out to him as well. Those are honorable mentions. Number 6, Dwight Howard, Superman's in the building. Who can't forget about the dunks he did? Absolutely phenomenal, man. Also shout out to Gerald Green as an honorable mention for what he did. But Dwight Howard had set the tone up the first ever 7-foot man to win the slam dunk contest. A lot of big guys get penalized in the contest for the dunks that they do. But yeah, you know, and if you don't, if you don't agree with my list, man, leave them in the comments. Let me know who else you thought should have won. Um, but Superman was in the building, man. That was what's up. Shout out to Dwight Howard for winning the '08 dunk contest. Zach LaVine, shout out to him too, winning 2 years in a row, back to back. Zach LaVine had dunks that nobody hadn't seen, man. And Zach LaVine, he did bring back the slam dunk contest when it was down. And for that, shout out to Zach LaVine, Minnesota Timberwolves at the time. Now he's on the injured list in Chicago. Hopefully he could come to the Lakers next year and rebuild his career, man. Shout out to Zach LaVine, though, as good as he is, man. He's a great guy, man, for being into the dunk contest. More power to him, man. Number 4. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty of this thing. Number 4 goes to the human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins, man. Shout out to Dominique, man. He won it back in 85 and in 90. He would have won in 86, but Spud Webb was just too good for him that year. 88, he got robbed because the slam dunk contest was in Chicago, and you're not going to win anything when Jordan's on the scene. So, yeah, Dominique Wilkins got robbed, and he should be a 3-time slam dunk contest winner, but he lost in 88 and he lost in 86. He lost in 86 fair and square to Spud Webb, but he got cheated in 88 when Jordan won his second slam dunk contest. Yes, indeed. But in 1990, he proved to everybody he still had it. And shout out to Dominique Wilkins, man. The human highlight film, that he was a human highlight film when it came down to slamming that ball, folks. Dominique was what it was. That's what's up. Shout out to Dominique, man. He's number 4. Number 3, a two-time slam dunk contest winner. And it's Jason Richardson for the Golden State Warriors. Man, this dude came up with dunks that I'd never seen. And he should be recognized more for his dunks, man. The invention of dunks that he had was absolutely phenomenal, man. And that is exactly why I said what I said about it. Jason Richardson should be on the list as well, man. I picked Jason Richardson over Zach LaVine because I was going to go with Zach LaVine 3 and Jason Richardson 5. But in my book, Jason Richardson is 3 and Zach LaVine is 5. Man, Jason Richardson did something. And if you go on YouTube and look at the 2002 and 2003 slam dunk contest, you will see what I'm talking about with Jay Rich, man. Jay Rich was a dunker, folks. He was a dunker. Honorable mention, Indiana's Fred Jones, who took the title from Jason Richardson when Jason Richardson was trying to three-peat that thing, but Fred Jones won that year. Number 2, and the last 2 is self-explanatory, and I'm going to tell you why. Number 2 is Vince Carter. And I know he should be number 1, but I'm going to tell you why I thought he is number 2. The array of dunks in that contest that Vince Carter had, Tracy McGrady had some great dunks, but Tracy McGrady got outshined by his cousin Vince Carter. Vince Carter had the first ever to do a hand in the net dunk, arm in the net dunk, reverse 360. Whoever did, ain't nobody ever really did that, man. Alley between the legs. Vince Carter reinvented the dunk contest. But he's number 2 on my list. And I know a lot of people are going to say Vince should have been number 1 and this guy should have been number 2. Well, guess who's number 1? MJ. Michael Jordan is number one, and it's self-explanatory why. Michael Jordan is what it is, man. Michael Jordan has everything you need, man. He had everything you need. Although I think he should have been a one-time NBA champion, but he was a two-time NBA champion. I still believe that Dominique won back in '88, and Dominique got robbed at Chicago. But MJ was doing the between the leg, well, not between the legs, but the windmill and all these type of dunks. And Michael Jordan is just nostalgic, man. He's great at what he did. He was a great dunker. So shout out to MJ for being number one. I went through these real fast, over 10 minutes. Like I said, I got another engagement to go attend to. But if you don't like the list, send me your list in your comments. Let me know. Let me know who I missed on here. Let me know if there's anybody else that should have been on here. Let me know if Vince should have been 1, MJ should have been 2. Let me know if Jason Richardson should have been 5 and Zach LaVine should have been 3. Give me your feedback. Let me know, what it is, what's going on, how you feel about it. Until then, it's your boy, Mike D, a.k.a. DDEA, the 13th wonder of the world. God bless you. God keep you. Enjoy your Tuesday.